Hi, my name is Kate. I'm also known as twolittlekits, and welcome to my FlossTube. I'm not sure if the purring will come through on the audio, but he is really happy right now. He's just staring at me. But this is Noodle now. He's 1 year old now and he's enormous. I'm gonna try and pick him up. And he wanted to come up, so I figured I would give him a cuddle while I chat for a bit. But anyway, let's get started. I'm pretty sure the reason that he wants to cuddle right now is because we finally got our first snow for the season. So it's very cold, even though we have central heating. He's just cold, yeah. This is the first cold period that he's been in our family, and he doesn't have all of his kitten brothers and sisters to snuggle up with because he was born on the 1st of January last year. So yeah, I think he wants to get down. You want to get down? Can I see how cute you are? Ah! He likes flopping in your lap. He wants to like flop all over me. Where are you going? What are you looking at? How about you do this? You sit on my lap, so you're not on the camera. No, he's gone. Bye-bye. Anyway, so I've got a lot of works in progress to share. I've got a finished piece that I can share that you can probably tell what the finished piece was based on last FlossTube if you watched that one. And I've got some things that I want to chat about. So let's start with the finished piece. I don't have it with me. It was the, oh my gosh, I hope I took a video of it. It was the Book Lovers shelf that the pattern was by FlossyFox Designs. Yeah, I got it done as quick as I could because it was a Secret Santa present. And as you can probably tell why I got it done really quick, because it's January now and not December anymore. So yeah, basically I didn't realize that the Secret Santa I'd signed up for actually had gone ahead because I didn't see the message that I received early November saying who my giftee was. And then I got the big amigurumi martial arts cake piece and I was like, oh no. So I went looking for it, found the message, and yeah, I found a pattern that evening, started stitching straight away, and it wasn't my best work, I'll be honest, but I got it done and I think it looks good if you don't compare it to the pattern. So score there. I did find 2 errors when I was looking at the photos, unfortunately. Hopefully they're not too obvious to my giftee that it sort of like ruins it. But I'm not going to mention what they are because I don't know, I feel like that'll jinx it or something like that. So that was the finished piece that I got done. We'll move on to works in progress. The first one I worked on, which has big cat hair, which is most likely Noodle's cat hair, is the stitch along. So I got a little bit done on this, not too much. I'm just finding it difficult to work on because it's dark a lot of the time. Like the light is dark. The light is dark. The lighting is dark. But yeah, I did finish this little sleepy dragon and have started up here. I've decided though that I'm going to break my usual rule of stitching the colors in the number order for the pattern, because that's what I usually do, and I'm going to stitch the outlines for everything first, or like from now on, and then fill it all in with the colors after I've done the outlines, because I posted in her Facebook group that she's got that I was like, oh no, I did this on black, it's really tricky and blah blah blah, tell me I'm not the only one that did this. And someone else posted their version of their black and said that that's what they were doing, and I'm like, that's a great idea, I like that idea, so I'm going to steal that idea. I'm going to do that. The third part for this has been released, which is up here, and it's just more dragons, and yeah, looks cute. So I need to get cracking. So that's that one. The next stitch along, we're going to save the fun one for last. The next stitch along is this piece, which I used. So before I talk about it, I grabbed a piece of Ada that I'd already gridded that I gridded for a different project, but then realized once I'd gridded it that it was in 14 count and I wanted that on 18 count. So I just left it because I knew I'd eventually use the gridded piece of fabric. And unfortunately, I didn't count. I counted this direction, but I forgot to count this direction. And so I could have moved the pattern, because this is like basically the top and bottom of the pattern. I could have moved it down on the fabric, and this is all the fabric I have left on top. So that's going to be annoying, but it means it'll fit into a smaller hoop, which is good because I would prefer it in a smaller hoop. But anyway, this is, what's it called? The Stitcher pattern. So this is by Black Waltz Stitching, and basically it's a tarot card, and down here it says The Stitcher, and it has like stitching supplies like in it and around it. And my plan is to stitch this one, and I won't hold this up close because it's a pattern, and this one, which is the Gamer, and the two of them are going to represent myself and my husband, and I'm going to hang them next to our bedroom door because I think that's cute, because he's a gamer and I'm a stitcher. So yeah, I thought that was really cute. And she had a sale going on, so I decided to nab them up, and because I already had gridded fabric, I was like, man, I'll just get started. And it's only this amount of colors, so yeah. So I haven't started this one, but with this, I actually gridded both, because it was back in the day when I did the little companion pieces for the FlossyFoxShop stitch along, the Farming Magic stitch along, and I had those the 4 bookmarks that I turned into 2 companion pieces. So I gridded both pieces of fabric, so I already have gridded fabric for this one which I will stitch properly, so I won't have the same issue of stitching up too high. Basically, you got to learn from your mistakes. So yeah, there's that one. And it's not very exciting right now. I think I'm almost finished the black. There's more of these crosses to go down here, and the word, the Stitcher, and I think that's all of the black. Then that's done. And then I can move on to the fun colors. So there's that one. This one kind of sits with my computer at the moment, so it doesn't have a project pouch, and I would love more project pouches, but I really don't need more project pouches. What I need to do is finish some works in progress, because like I've got 2 big ones here. They're both this size. This one houses this piece that I haven't touched in ages because I'm upset with how it's looking. This is a pattern that I'm working on, like my pattern. The other one is this one. This houses a Satsuma Street, which I haven't touched in ages, and that's all I've done of it. This is Pretty Little Seattle, which I would like to work on, to be honest, because I would like to have those 3 finished, and I've done the other 2. So I've got those 2. I've got 2 here that you can see, which has my family portrait in it. We're on a tangent right now, so just hang tight. My family portrait, and this is an embroidery piece that I'm working on, but I'm trying to just work on when I have the time to record what I'm doing. So that's, sorry, this one's inside out. That's all I've done so far. See, the family portrait I could easily finish, because look how done it is. This is 2022, by the way. I haven't started designing 2023 yet. Oh, by the way, Happy New Year. I know I said that in the last FlossTube, but I recorded that in 2023, so it's officially the new year now. And then I've got 3 project bags over here. 2 of them are stitch-alongs. Both of them are Lola Crow cross-stitch stitch-alongs. And then this one I meant to work on because it was just Christmas time, but whoops, I have to pick that up. It's my Christmas colored snowflake that I need to finish the white on. This has a really nice needle minder on it too. I gotta pick that floss. Cat hair on it now. That's great. It's exactly what you want. So yeah, and I guess because I'm sharing the others, I'll share these two because it's been a while. This first one is the Greenhouse of Oddities, which is like super close. I really can't remember where I'm up to. Oh, I'm over here with these pots, which I think is like the second last part. The last part is the big tree that's up the top. So there's that one, which I'm hoping, both of these I'm hoping to get finished this year, just to be clear, because I want to like clear mental space for future stitch alongs. And this one, which I have not shown in a long time, is the Haunted Library, which I have not worked on in ages. So I'm down the bottom, you can see where my floss is at the moment for the Count Dracula person. So yeah, that's that one. So like I said, I want to try and get those two done this year. Fingers crossed. I have one more, which is a different kind of project bag because it's a big tote and it has a matching Q-snap cover and all of that. Is this one, which I'm not taking it out of the Q-snap to show you. You'll have to scroll back a couple of floss tubes, but I'm at the top part of this stitch along, which is the Animal House by Satsuma Street. So that's an oldie now, but I need to get that one done too. So as I was saying, I feel like I need more, wobble. I feel like I need more project bags, but I don't. What I need is to finish some works in progress. So yeah, that's that one. The next work in progress is mixing it up just a little bit. I have a bit that I need to cut out on this one, but it's my next embroidery pattern. You know what, I'll turn on this light. That might help. Turn it down just a little. There you go. Oh, that's better. So yeah, this is my embroidery pattern that I'm working on. I finally cut out what was there. You can see the little holes in some of the parts where I did not like what the colors I had done and how I had stitched some of it. So I sat on it for a long time and thought about, you know, do I want to cut it out? Am I actually okay with how this looks? And sort of, you know, put it to bed for a little bit. Every time I thought about it, I was just like, no. So yeah, this is what it's at now. I have to cut out all these yellow bits because they're ugly and they do not work the way I wanted them to work. So they'll go. I like what's happening here, but I don't like the yellow right now. So that's probably gonna get cut out too. That's what I'm currently stitching. I've got yellow on my needle. But yeah, so this is kind of like my process when it comes to embroidery patterns. I haven't had as much trouble in the past with embroidery patterns as I am having trouble with this one in particular. So it's kind of frustrating, to be honest. But this one I'm not working on like this one. This is ones I've been, like I said, trying to work on only when I can record my work in progress. That's a work in progress. That embroidery pattern doesn't have a name. It's just work in progress embroidery pattern. The next whip is my Pastel Garden, which I have been stitching a fair bit since I finished the Book Lover pattern. So I've just finished the dark greens in here, and I'm now going to move on to all of like the stems and leaves and stuff, and then it'll be all done. There's also like, I can't remember where, but there's at least one cloud. I left the pattern downstairs. There's at least one cloud which is in like a different blue as well. So it's not just leaves and stems that's remaining, but I really like this piece. I love the colors. The choices of floss colors is amazing. It's very cute. And I've still remembered to take photos of every time I finish a color, I take a photo. And the last work in progress is the exciting one in my opinion. It is my personal flower field. So I talked last week about my first DIY cross stitch pattern where you roll 2 D12s and you refer to the pattern, and the 2 dice refer to both a random flower pattern and a random color for the flower. and then you stitch that color for the day. So this is my pattern right now. Today is the 12th, so there are 12 little flowers, and as you can see, it snowed yesterday. So yesterday and today have little snow on them, but I am obsessed with this. I've been posting about it on my Instagram. I've been posting like my dice rolls on Instagram, and then the finished piece once I finish stitching it. Yeah, I mean, technically I've actually got to fix today's one because I stitched it wrong. I did the little middle bit of the flower in the center rather than off to the side, because it's actually a repeat of this flower here. So that's what it's meant to look like, but I did it in the center instead. Oops. So we've had a couple of repeats of colors, a couple of repeats of flowers, and we still got like a bunch of colors that I haven't touched, a bunch of flowers that I haven't touched, because it's only the 12th today. I think it's very cool. I think it's very unique and a great idea, and I will be trying my best to think of an idea to do something similar for next year. If you have any ideas for like a random little pattern that can be done each day like this, let me know. My backup thought is to do 20 different flowers, make it like a new field type, if that makes sense. So instead of these 20 flowers, you can get the other 20 flowers, and then if you wanted to buy both of them, you could mix them together if you wanted to, and yeah, go crazy like that. And then I would pick different colors probably as well. It would still kind of be a rainbow like this one is, but it would be a different hue. So I'm excited. And so I've got lots of time to brainstorm that, but I would love to hear your thoughts and comments in the comments below. So that's all of my works in progress. So on to Two Little Kits related stuff. The next FlossTube that I release may not be in 2 weeks. I don't know what the date of that will be. I'll look it up now. The 26th, which is Australia Day. So I don't know if my next FlossTube will be on that Friday, because I've mentioned in the last, I've talked about in the last 2 FlossTubes that I am going to be undergoing weight loss surgery. That is happening as of today in exactly 1 week. So I'm excited about that. I'm also terrified, but mostly excited. So it kind of is great timing, because I don't have anything that I need to plan like FlossTube for that Friday or following Monday. But because I will only have been a week out of surgery, I may not be up for recording another FlossTube. So there might be an extra week gap in between the next FlossTube. So thank you in advance for your patience and understanding. I will do my best, even just to do maybe like a really short FlossTube of just mostly an update on how I'm doing, because I don't know how much stitching I'll be able to do. I am hoping to be able to do a bunch of designing and stitching while I'm just laid up in bed. That's my hope, but I can't guarantee that like I'll be comfortable enough to do either of those things. So there might not be anything to talk about anyway. I'm excited and terrified, like I said. One thing that I have been working on though for future stuff with Two Little Kits is my first cross-stitch stitch along. I have a really good idea, well I think it's a really good idea I guess, for a pattern that can be a cross-stitch stitch along. And I'm currently brainstorming how to make it work, because it's not just like a big picture basically, which would be a lot easier, but it's not. I'm trying to figure out how to make it a big picture, but right now it's not coming to mind, I guess. So hang tight for that. I'm hoping to get that designed and stitched in a way that I can stitch it as though I'm doing the stitch along, take photos of each step, kind of like the witchy stitcher does, which she sort of does sometimes. But anyway, so I'm hoping to do that and have it all prepped and ready before I launch it. So that's my hope. The other Two Little Kits thing, unless I think of something else that is relevant, is I'm starting to slowly move back to helping my Etsy shop grow and flourish a little bit. I will still be focusing on my shop as the main shop, I guess. But lately, Etsy's been actually picking up in traffic and sales, which is amazing. It's great. So to help it along, I'm planning on moving not everything, but a lot of the stuff that's on my shop onto Etsy, so that if you are uncomfortable buying on my shop, for example, even though it's Shopify, it's always safe and all of that, blah, blah, blah. If you're not comfortable buying on the regular shop, then you can easily go to the Etsy shop. And to sort of like ease that transition, because everyone knows Etsy. Etsy's been around forever. It's not going anywhere. It's got all like the Etsy buyer protection and all of that kind of jazz. And to ease that transition, I've set up an alternative link, like an alternative buy now link on my store. So yeah, if you like I said, if you don't want to buy it on my shop, you can go to that button and it will take you to Etsy to then purchase it on there. All of the things on my Etsy shop are a little bit more expensive because they cover all of Etsy's fees, because Etsy's fees are crazy still. So just be mindful of that. Yeah, I want to be open to trying that. And I feel like it's not the worst thing to at least give it a try. So let me know what you think. Let me know if you're that kind of person that doesn't like buying on someone's individual shop and would prefer to buy on an Etsy store. I'm really curious about that sort of thing. So yeah, let me know in the comments. I had something else that I was going to say on that and it's totally left my head. So that's kind of frustrating. Charlie?
Yeah?
Nice and quiet, please.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh yeah. So I did think of something else. The one thing that I'm trying to fulfill my promise of it's coming very soon is to finally finish my page font. That is going to be like my focus. It's in my to-do list as like #1 priority sort of thing. When I'm healing from surgery, that's going to be my focus. I want to get it done. I want to get it out. I want to get it in your hands, and I basically want to be able to start working on the next font, because yeah, Page has sort of like become this, I don't know, cursed thing that won't go away. So moving on to IRL stuff. Today is Friday the 12th and it is a snow day. So my kids did not go to school today. They've had a fun day though. We didn't get a lot of snow. We maybe got like ½ an inch or so, but they've been outside to play as well as they can. And my oldest came out with me to shovel snow in the driveway before I started recording actually, which is probably why I was really flushed, and I still feel really flushed. Anyway, and she brought a sled to go down our not very steep driveway, and she had a bunch of fun. She fell over a couple of times, but yeah. Oh, sorry if you can hear Minecraft noises in the background. She's currently playing because I can't have any space apparently. Yeah, but they're back at school, so it's been 2 weeks, and of course, because it's back at school, it's January, it's Martin Luther King Day on Monday, so they've got an extra long weekend this weekend. So that's a thing, I guess. They're both a bit nervous about this coming Friday with me not being home. Basically, that's the main thing that they're nervous about, that I'm not going to be there when they get home from school, and I won't be there at dinner, and I won't be there to put them to bed and all of that. It should be interesting to see what happens when I get home, because I stay in the hospital for 1 night after my surgery. Yeah, there's not really been much going on, basically. It's just catching up from the winter break. They went back to school. I'm trying to get back into my own semi-routine. I would love to figure out a routine for myself. That would be so nice. Yeah, basically the next week I'll be just mentally and physically preparing myself for surgery. Let me know what I should pack in my surgery bag. That would be cool. That would be helpful. Because I haven't stayed overnight in a hospital since I gave birth to Alex, and that was 7.5 years ago. And I was mostly packing for her, not necessarily for me. I will be taking some stitching though, that's for sure. I was actually thinking that this would come with me. I initially thought this because I won't run out of pattern while I'm there. I'm like, why would I do that to myself? Why would I take black Aida fabric when I'm gonna be like, But I may end up taking something else to stitch. Maybe one of these other things. Who knows? We'll see. So I think that's kind of it. I should probably stop and go and drink a bunch of water because I get dehydrated very easily now because I'm not eating very much due to this diet that I'm on. I mentioned last FlossTube. Let me know what your thoughts are about anything. Let me know, say hi in the comments if you can, because I like seeing highs in the comments. That'd be awesome. So wish me luck, please, for next Friday. That would be super awesome. I would appreciate that. So until next time, whether it's in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you around the internet. Bye.